put my leg up a little bit, almost like a pirouette, because then your dog turns into you. It's always easy to drag a dog with you, but to go into the dog and learn that they have to pivot on their hindquarters is more skilled. Come on. So what I do is I walk into the dog and you steer with this one, so that way you get the dog to pivot really nice. Come on. Sit. Lay down. And also, good boy. You do the elements over and over and over. This is the recall again. The dog has to establish what come or here means. I don't like come. I prefer to say here. Here with a very firm voice. Here again, we have to establish what does that mean. Sit. Molly, sit down. Sit. Sit. Rocco, here. And because it was an exercise element, he understood what that meant. So, for instance, when he is loose in the park, he's going to affiliate here with focus on you. And as you can hear in the background, Molly's whining. Molly's whining only because whatever is done at the moment does not suit her. So it's almost like a whiner baby. She does not like what she's experiencing. So by tending to that, I think the best thing to do is to scold her. You go back, tell her sit, tell her down, make her work a little bit. So what's going to happen in her brain is, every time I go, I get to do down, sit, stay. So if you keep working her, then she's going to know, every time I whine, I get to work. Same with a child. If they are complainers and they say, well, take the trash out, clean the floor, or vacuum, now they're going to think twice about whining next time. So some of the things is common sense. In time, I think it'll go away, but also the good thing with Molly, wear her out. You make that dog tired, and when a dog is tired, they're not going to complain. They're going to roll up to a little ball, or they're going to act good like Rocco. So a worn-out dog is always a good dog. If you don't have time to do obedience, wear them out. And also, one more thing is important. Do not try to do advanced obedience when your dog is wired, because it's almost like a student in class full of candy, and they haven't got their exercise. They're not going to be focused. You need to get the dog out, get some exercise before you do this. Here. Or they're definitely not going to be focused. There again, you want it to be almost like a puppet. And I say it over and over again so you can feel it, so you can see it. I guide him because they're puppies. I guide him with my hand, thinking he's going to get a treat. And also, when you tell your dog to stay, I usually leave the leash onto the dog. When you do recall, on the other hand, the dog's going to know every little single detail you do. The recall is I take the leash off. I have confidence enough in Rocco that he's not going to take off at the park. So if you build up your confidence and bond with him, he's going to feel more secure as well. If he feels any kind of vibe that you think he's going to run off, he will. So you have to confide in him that you trust him. You put trust in him, he puts trust in you. Sit. No. See, here he's tired. He wants to lay down. This is perfect. Do not let him choose what he wants to do. Come. So he has to be in sit position, because if he's not, we cannot do the dog that is full of excitement. And also you can see your other dog right here. What I've done with her, she's tied to a post. And what that does is, she does not like it, of course. So, you keep correcting. You want to work? You want to work? No. So she knows nothing's going to come out of it. Nothing is going to come out of it. And then after a while, she gets worn out and she stops asking for you. Lay down. Lay down. Down. And puppies have very short attention spans. So I think for this session we have overdone it a little bit. So I think it's time to quit so they don't get burned out on it.